I don't give a fuck about anyone in the womb. I'm talking about the people that are here.
There's a video. I don't give a fuck about anyone in the womb.
Start off with, first of all, you mentioned the fact that when you were talking about public policy, that we need to have a right to protect ourselves, right? And I feel like that's something that both you and I agree on. It is very important to institutionalize ways for groups of people, especially groups of people that have been oppressed, to protect themselves legally. How does removing abortion help women protect themselves from entering another domestic economy that they just got out of? Because the first three waves of feminism...
Are you assuming that women can't enter the domestic economy because they're pregnant or parenting? Because that's an incredibly
Where did I make that
statement.
assumption?
That's what you just said.
No, I said...
We need to help women so they can enter the domestic economy.
Please do not try to retake my words or anything. I said, how do you suppose that banning abortion will help protect women from entering back into a domestic economy that the first three waves of feminism were entirely about trying to give them an option to step out of? There's nothing wrong with a woman entering a domestic sphere or entering the domestic labor if that is her choice. But when you remove abortion, what you are doing is you are removing one of the legal institutions within which women can either choose to enter that domestic sphere or be forced into it. I feel like it's also especially important to notice that abortion laws have become increasingly more strict in this country as birth rates are going down, as our future economy is starting to get a little bit more worried because we have less children. It seems like removing abortion rates or removing ways for women to get access to abortion is a way to force women to engage in births.
Okay.
In order to power a future economy.
Are you saying that you want more births or less births?
I'm saying that you need to have abortion as a legal option that women can take in order to prevent the government from forcing them into a position where they are the byproducts of more manual labor.
Okay. All right. Do you think there's too many births of babies or too few births of babies in our economy?
That doesn't matter.
Well,
No, it doesn't matter, because what abortion does is it offers somebody an opportunity to be able to enter that birth or not.
I will talk about feminism because I would say argue it was the first and second waves of feminism. But what about the rights of a whole group of marginalized human beings in the womb that are, 1 million of them are killed, 380,000 are killed by Planned
Before you try to...
Do their rights not count?
Kristen, before you try to engage in a logical deflection, we both know you're smart enough to respond to my point.
I just said I would respond to your point. I'm just asking you.
No, you're engaging in a deflection. When you're asking another question, when you're asking a question, instead of responding to how do you suppose that woman will be able to legally protect themselves?
I think your argument is sort of misogynistic because you're assuming that women aren't strong enough to be pregnant, to achieve their educational goals, to achieve their career goals, and also be a mother. As a working mother, I get highly offended. The feminist Kristen in me gets very pissed off that you would insinuate that I can't run a $20 million organization, have 100 staff reporting to me, and at the same time be a good mother to...
Here's the thing, even if it was a human being entirely, what is the issue with getting rid of it?
What's the issue with killing another human being?
No, I'm saying what's the issue with getting rid of something that isn't contributing to any sort of economy, isn't contributing to any sort of urban population. The only thing that it's actually doing is leaching sorts of nutrients and resources. Go ahead, paint me a villain, but if you want to play this moral line, I feel no issue with falling into it.
So you believe that a person's value is only dependent upon... I'm trying to understand your worldview.
I'm saying that
it's only dependent on what they give to society. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
So they're not finished.
Well,
that's what you believe?
First of all, there's a couple of different things. You're not about to just shorten my argument down and strong arm it to where you can easily rebut it.
No, I'm just trying to make it easy to understand.
If it's difficult to understand, then you can read a little more. That's okay. But one of the major things that you need to sort of get at is the fact that having increased access to abortions saves more people. End of discussion. Look at the 2018 versus 2021.
What statistics are you citing, sir? Show me your sources.
2016 versus 2020 versus 2019, Ireland and Northern Ireland, when Ireland actually went strictly into a pro-life routine and started to outlaw different versions of abortion altogether, more women were getting access to undocumented abortions, more women were getting access to riskier abortions, more women were dying in childbirth, and were dying in the process
A
of trying
study
to abort
just
their
came
children.
out last week from Poland that's banned abortions, that has zero maternal mortality rates.
Out
so
of curiosity,
I would argue a ban on abortion saves more lives because it certainly saves the lives of children.
Okay, first of all, what was the bandwidth of this study? Second of all, what was the political affiliation of the people that posted it? Because I'm pretty sure that the World
It was
Health
the prime minister.
Okay, so the World
It
Health
was like the government.
So the government has less of a political affiliation than the World Health Organization and institutionally mandated sources of data.
Oh, I wouldn't trust the World Health Organization for anything. They already lied to us once.
Oh,
like,
brother. Okay. So
the World Health Organization isn't elected by anybody. Who elects the World Health Organization?
Why do elections and democracy have to be put into place in order for you to like actually have?
Wait, I have a
Because you want to elect officials who are